In the very heart of Jerusalem, nestled within its ancient stone walls, lies a portal unlike any other. A doorway long sealed, still and silent for centuries, that has held back not only people, but generations of hope, hidden truths, and sacred longing. This is the Golden Gate, also known as the Gate of Mercy. To a passerby, it might appear as just another weathered arch etched into the eastern wall of the old city. But to millions around the world, it is much more than stone and mortar. This gate carries deep spiritual meaning for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. Many believe that one day it will open again, ushering in a long foretold promise. Why has it remained shut for nearly 5 centuries? Who closed it, and why? What stories lie behind those ancient stones? Before we delve into this extraordinary narrative, consider subscribing to my channel. Here we explore sacred history, enduring legends, and the faith-fueled mysteries that connect our world to the divine. Now let's unravel the layers behind Jerusalem's Golden Gate. Positioned along the eastern wall of the Old City, the Golden Gate directly faces the Mount of Olives, a hill that itself holds profound spiritual significance. This alignment is no accident. According to Jewish tradition, the Messiah will approach from the east, descend the Mount of Olives, and pass through this very gate, bringing redemption and lasting peace. Christian scripture echoes this belief. It is thought that Jesus entered Jerusalem through this gate, fulfilling Zechariah's ancient prophecy. "See, your king comes to you, gentle and riding on a donkey." This moment, commemorated each year on Palm Sunday, underscores the gate's spiritual importance. In Islam, while the Golden Gate is not mentioned by name in the Quran, its location near the revered Al-Aqsa Mosque and within the sacred bounds of Jerusalem makes it central to eschatological teachings, particularly those concerning the Day of Judgment. Still, the question persists: why is the gate sealed? The story of the Golden Gate spans millennia. Archaeologists and historians have meticulously studied its design, revealing clues hidden in its architecture. Experts like Dan Bahat, Lean Rittmeyer, and David Usishkin agree that the gate in its current form likely dates to the Byzantine era, around the 6th or 7th century, but it may rest on far older foundations. Beneath its surface could lie stones from Solomon's first temple, or from Herod's grand expansion during the Second Temple period, eras when Jerusalem stood as the epicenter of Jewish worship and prophecy. During the Byzantine period, Christian rulers reconstructed the gate, viewing it as a sacred portal, where Jesus had once entered and where he would one day return. Pilgrims referred to it as the Golden Gate, not merely for its appearance, but for its divine symbolism. Jewish texts like the Midrash and Talmud speak of an eastern gate that would remain closed until the Messiah arrives. The book of Ezekiel goes even further, proclaiming that this gate shall remain shut, because the Lord, the God of Israel, has entered through it. Then came the year 1541. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, ruler of the Ottoman Empire, began revitalizing Jerusalem, rebuilding its deteriorating walls and commissioning grand structures. But among his most enigmatic acts was his command to permanently seal the Golden Gate with stone and mortar. Why? Historians suggest Suleiman understood the messianic expectations tied to this gate. Jewish beliefs surrounding the Messiah's arrival through that very entrance posed a potential threat to Ottoman rule. By sealing it, he wasn't just closing a gate, he was attempting to halt a prophecy. To reinforce this, he ordered a Muslim cemetery to be established directly in front of the gate. In Jewish law, priests, Kohanim, must avoid cemeteries to maintain ritual purity. Since the arrival of the Messiah is deeply intertwined with priestly rites, this burial ground served as both a physical and spiritual barrier. Suleiman's decision was as much a political maneuver as it was religious. In a city where belief fuels identity and sacred spaces define power, sealing the gate was a clear declaration, a statement made not just in stone, but across generations of spiritual expectation. Few sites on earth carry the symbolic gravity of the Golden Gate. For Jews, it marks the path through which the Messiah will arrive, to restore Israel, rebuild the temple, and bring everlasting peace. For Christians, it is where Jesus entered in fulfillment of prophecy and where many believe he will return. And in Islam, though the gate itself is unnamed, its location, facing east and near Al-Aqsa, resonates deeply with teachings about resurrection and final judgment. The gate stands at a crossroads of faith where divine anticipation from three religions converges. Yet rather than unity, it often sparks tension. The sealing of the Golden Gate has only heightened its mystique and significance. In recent decades, the gate has been a focal point of both spiritual longing and political unrest. Activist groups have attempted to breach or reopen it. Unauthorized excavations, symbolic prayers, and challenges to the cemetery's placement have ignited controversy and drawn sharp responses from religious and political authorities. The gate, silent and sealed, remains at the center of global watchfulness. Despite this, archaeological work continues, with researchers employing non-invasive tools like ground-penetrating radar to explore what lies beneath. Their findings suggest the gate has been constructed, destroyed, and rebuilt multiple times over 2,000 years. Dating techniques support the idea that its base may originate from Solomon's or Herod's time, linking it directly to the heart of biblical Jerusalem. And yet, with all we've learned, the greatest question still lingers. As the sun sets over the old city, the Golden Gate remains still, sealed shut under constant observation. But for countless believers, it isn't just an ancient archway. It is a threshold of destiny. Will it one day swing open again? For some, its opening would mark the arrival of the Messiah, the return of Christ, or the unfolding of divine judgment. For others, it stands as a symbol of hope, of healing, peace, and unity in a divided world. Until that day, the gate waits. Its stones echo the footsteps of prophets, pilgrims, kings, and conquerors. It stands at the intersection of belief and power, of past and future. And in its silence, it speaks louder than most monuments ever could. To stand before the Golden Gate is to feel the weight of time pressing against the present, to sense that behind its closure lies something eternal. Whether you're a believer, a historian, or a seeker, the gate commands reverence. It has seen empires rise and fall. It has inspired sacred dreams and evoked political fears. And even now, locked, silent, and still, it continues to stir the soul of the world. Maybe one day it will open, and when it does, the world may never be the same. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mysteries of Jerusalem's most enigmatic gate. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the sacred, the legendary, and the timeless. Stay curious, stay inspired, and until next time, peace be upon you.